see you as a dollar sign, and they don't see you as a friend anymore. I'm just being me. I ain't trying to cat for nobody. Either you gonna mess with it or you're not. And I'm cool with that. You don't owe me nothing, I owe you nothing. It's not that you hate me, that you don't like me. It just might not be your cup of tea, but I'm gonna be me every day. You don't mess with me so much. But I ain't telling. Cause I don't wanna get real. You trip up everything that happened yesterday. None of it count. Don't really worry about it. You got to bring this fucking thing. Today is a very important day for me. Today makes me have 8 years free. And I just want to thank everybody out there without God and without y'all. I don't think I would have been able to accomplish all this thing.
Howard High School, can we give a big round of applause for our guest today, Mr. Wallo? And you can do better than that, y'all. Let's go. And the great Michaela. Let's get it.
My name is Michaela, also known as Michaela Gray, also known as M. Welcome to the first live episode of the Great Podcast. Everybody give it up. I want to give a special shout out to the Academy of Finance. I also want to give a special shout out to Ultimate Scholastic Staffing. Everybody say hi, Miss Steffi.
Hi, Miss Steffi.
This taping is going to be very insightful. You guys are going to get a lot of good gems. Mr. Wallo here is a community leader, activist, author, and just overall interesting guy. Everybody get on your feet and give it up for Mr. Wallo! Ready? Alright, so we're gonna go. Okay.
Y'all gotta make some noise for the DJ right here. Listen.
Alright, so we're gonna go to the beginning, right? February 2017. Everybody, this is Wallo's 8th year being a free man. Give it up. Tell me, what was the mindset coming out? Did you have any goals in mind? Did you have anything that you were like, oh, I'm gonna do this when I get out of prison?
I had a book of life. And I think everybody should have a book of life. But somewhere where you write notes to yourself, the things you want to, be, where you want to go, what you want to do. So I had this book, right? And it was just old, beat up, and I had all this stuff written down. But at the same time, I was scared, because it's the first time in my life I'm supposed to do good, and I have intentions to do good. But going back to the environment where good, you don't see good at all.
Right.
So you're going back, you don't feel it, and you're trying to figure out life, and you're like, man, I know I want to do this, but there's going to be temptations to get back into the street culture and let that take over your mind. So it was a little fear here because I wasn't sure of the things that was ready to come my way.
Uncertainty?
Yeah.
Okay. So what geared you towards social media?
Social media was real interesting. When I was in jail, I had a legal cell phone, right?
Oh, you don't know about the legal cell phone?
So I get a cell phone, right? And you got to think about it. I go to prison 1996. Nobody was involved. So they didn't have this. So when I get it, I'm like, it was like a robot to me. And I'm like, oh, I never could do that when I came up.
Right.
So I started using the phone to myself, set up social media, my page, and I just started studying what people was doing. I started studying intention. I understand that intention was currency. I understood that people subscribe to people's lives. It wasn't about watching a movie or watching a show. It was about watching somebody's life.
Right.
So I studied that. I understood attention. I studied marketing. And I said, damn, when I get out, I can get on social media and I can do something. I can create something. And so it was just like, I just didn't see me on social media. I seen everybody else. And it was like people you look at the rapper, you look at the athlete, you look at the girl, for whatever you look at things, the shinies. But it wasn't no real, I didn't see real people that was getting popular off of being themselves. Right. So I said, I'm gonna try that.
Okay. I like that you said that, right? Glamorized. Social media is very glamorized. You see all the good of life. You know, cars, money, chains, all that stuff, right? So what made you comfortable with people seeing your story? Did you have to kind of like reframe your mind like, okay, am I motivating people? Do I just want people to see my story? Or do I just want to try it out and see what happens? What was the thought process?
It was both. You know, because I come out of jail and lived in my grandma's house. It was like, you got both. I had the motivational part, but it also was the part of, I wanted to make it cool being yourself. I wanted to make it cool showing your truth in your environment, because social media is just one big illusion of a bunch of people lying. Mm-hmm. Right? You got a bunch of people lying. A lot of people ain't got it that you think might have it. And it can finesse you out of your dreams, and then I had you abandoning what you say you want to do for yourself. But I also had you in a place where you like, you'll beat yourself up, I ain't doing enough. Because you started your t-shirt line, and the first month you probably only sold 10 t-shirts, and you looking at somebody packing it up all this stuff or whatever, you might think you're not good enough, and the whole thing is like, no, you got a good brand, you got good quality product, you just not believing in yourself enough to keep marketing your product, everything. Because it's this coolness that we have in the ghetto. We too cool to do everything.
Yeah. To try.
I don't want to do this, but I don't want to be too cool or too tough. And if you notice, in the black community, everybody that's too cool and too tough, they ain't got shit.
Right.
They ain't got nothing. They broke. All the cool people, they struggle trying to figure it out, because they're trying to impress a bunch of people that might not even be paying them no attention. So, you know, I just think social media put pressure on you and had you believing that you ain't you when you really you.
I like that you said the too cool thing, right? And I see it a lot with people my age group, right? We too cool to seem like we're trying, you know? We don't want people to see that we're trying, because you're right, on social media, everything is presented to be easy, you know? People just have instant results, people are selling out, because that's what they're showing you, right? And I kind of see that a lot when it comes to, you know, networking and putting yourself out there. A lot of people are scared to be different or to put themselves out there or just talk to somebody that they don't know. Like, I see a lot in hood, right? A lot of people will not be comfortable talking to people that they don't know. It's like, I don't know you, I didn't grow up with you, that type of thing, right? And it holds us back a lot, because you're stopping yourself from getting opportunities, meeting new people, building relationships. I feel like 90% of business is relationships.
It is. I think it's the environment, though. In the ghetto had you operating off the street mentality. A lot of y'all wasn't even born when the whole street thing. The way that a lot of people think now, that was the street mentality. We thought about that in the street. It wasn't cool to talk to people you ain't know if you was a criminal.
Okay.
But if you're a regular civilian, you can talk to anybody. That's how you gonna build. If you got a t-shirt line and you're in Wilmington, you just worried about Wilmington, it's like, yo, you got there, you got all these different, you got Philly, but you too cool to talk to somebody. So I think somebody would know that you even selling shit.
Right.
But I just think it's the idea of everybody took on the street mentality. They make it like they're a street operator when you're not.
Right.
You're a regular civilian. It's not cool to talk to everybody or put people in your business when you're doing illegal stuff, when you're selling drugs, when you're being that you can't do it then. Mm-hmm. But I think it spilled over to the regular way of thinking for regular society, and a lot of people is going to be paralyzed.
Yeah. See,
the truth is, I'm going to tell you some real shit. A lot of people not going to win. Not that they can't win, not that they don't have the ability to win, they're not going to be disciplined enough or not willing to let go of the stuff that's
Who wants it the most? Who wants it the most?
That's what it's
That's
about.
what it's about.
Yeah.
How did you get out of that mindset?
I wanted more for myself.
Okay.
Like, I wanted more for myself. And some of these students, some of them might know my work from the beginning, some of them might don't. But when I first started, I had to let go of the street mentality and worry about what people around the neighborhood cared about. Because the neighborhood, they gonna talk about you whether you're doing good or bad. So you might as well go ahead and do what you want to do anyway.
Yes.
You know, it's the people in this audience, their friends talk about them, not because they bad enough, they just gossip. That's our culture. People just want to hide. But I said to myself, I wanted more for myself. I wanted to see the world. And I just knew that being cool, it ain't work. Because if you look at this whole auditorium, right?
Yes.
The kids that's going to win on here, and this is, I'm talking about it's going to go to extreme levels, and when y'all are 30s and 40, y'all going to be talking, yeah, this man really made it. Yeah, he's a billionaire, he's this. Was the kids that don't care, the kids that people call weird, the kids that people talk about. Because they don't care. They're the only ones that's not afraid to be themselves when everybody else is a prisoner of the ideas that other people have for them. So all the kids in here that's cool, that they gonna be nowhere. They ain't gonna have nothing going on. There's gonna be kids old enough to say, I ain't gonna be me, whether you like it or not, and I'm gonna go see the world, I'm gonna live, and I'm gonna create, and I'm gonna be dope. Them the ones who's gonna win.
I agree.